2 shows enter, 1 show leaves. It's Teen Titans versus Young Justice.
How good can a show be that got canceled in 2013?
Good enough to bring it back for a 3rd season in 2019. You burnt. Plus, have you seen Teen Titans Go? Your successor is garbage.
Teen Titans Go is like the Star Wars prequels. I'm just not gonna tell my future children about them.
I haven't told you to start fighting yet. In this corner, wishing she had Raven's dope-ass cape, Whitney Van Lanningham. And in this corner, wishing she had Dick Grayson's sweet eye mask, Chris Carr. Hit like, punch, subscribe. It's time for Versus. Theme song.
All right, sure. There are no words and it's 23 seconds long, but Young Justice don't need your Baby Town Frogs with call and response lyrics. It's just all epicness that shows what we all want from our superhero shows. Everybody suiting up, aiming weapons, and looking like total badasses. This isn't a pep rally, honey. If you want little children timidly squeaking about their heroes, I guess watch your show. Teen Titans is like training whales. This song is straight up no chaser. Riddle me this, Wit. Do you want a Whiskey Neat or a Shirley Temple? You want that brown liquor because you're a grown-up. Kind of?
I've got 2 words for you. Puffy Amiyumi. Thank you, I'll take my prize at the door. But seriously, I dare you to name a catchier theme song. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans! Plus, the whole opener is sick AF. We get to see all of the Titans' individual personalities and superpowers right there in the intro. I also really love the animation style. It's fun and loud and really gives you that comic book come to life kind of feeling. Young Justice doesn't even have a theme song. They have a jingle. They're basically a Meow Mix commercial.
Plot.
Honestly, even though these shows feature a lot of the same characters, we're really talking apples and oranges here. Young Justice is more drama and action with huge season-spanning stories. Teen Titans is... meh. Young Justice does a fabulous job of taking comic book stories and really making them sing on the screen. Teen Titans comics have always in some way or another been about these young heroes escaping the shadows of their mentors. On Young Justice, they're frustrated with their mentors, over not being treated as adults, and end up working as a covert ops team for the big leagues. And that totally makes sense. The League has a huge public presence, and some missions need stealth. Our dudes learn behind the scenes and pick up their tasks when their older counterparts are otherwise occupied. Season 1 deals with the team, which consists of Robin, Kid Flash, Aqualad, Superboy, Miss Martian, and Artemis, learning to work together under the mentorship of Batman and Black Canary, and battling the Light, a collection of supervillains who pit the team members' secrets against them. Of course, the young team overcomes that schniz and prevails, making their mentors super proud. All the while, we have teen drama too. There's crushes, there's betrayal, there's high school. Season 2 takes place 5 years later and is ultra dope. Robin is now Nightwing and leading the team. Miss Martian and Superboy have been offered full-fledged League membership, but passed. Oh, and they broke up, and that's like soups awkward. Kid Flash and Artemis have retired, and Aqualad appears to have turned traitor, working for his dad Black Manta, a member of the infamous Light. But wait! Homie is just totally working as a double agent deep undercover. The plot thickens! Plus we experience Beatlemania. Not like musically, I mean like we get some cool crazy Blue Beetle stuff, and Homie is ultra underused, so that's refreshing to see. And of course, my all-time favorite trope, we get a time traveler! Oh, look at our babies, grown up, doing espionage, being shifty and clever and punching dudes. There's more relationship angst, aliens, and one of our best kiddos appears to kick the bucket. I mean, it's DC, so like no one actually dies forever, but the stakes are high, man! Plus, you can't begin to top the action on this show. I've done whole videos about the awesome fights in Young Justice. You've got to give it to YJ. This is the best interpretation of the Titans on screen.
Whatever, I'd much rather watch a show where you can hop in at almost any episode and be fine. But Teen Titans definitely has a ton of through storylines, with each season focused on a different character arc. I like this show because the story is a little more streamlined. Teen Titans focuses primarily on 5 characters, with the exception of the last couple episodes. Also, your argument that the Teen Titans are always trying to escape their mentor's shadows only helps me. This is a real-life issue that kids of all ages can relate to. Growing up is hard! You still have so much to learn about the world around you from the adults in your life, but at the same time, you have your own thoughts and you want to have your independence. Whether you're trying to rebel against your parents or your school or society, the idea of working to separate yourself from your mentor is one that every single person on the planet has in common. Also, there's way too much drama on Young Justice for me. It's basically Degrassi with superheroes. I get that they're teenagers, but you can't save the world with a boner in your shorts! All of the shipping on Teen Titans is done subtly. When Beast Boy and Raven share a moment, it isn't some obnoxious in-your-face PDA fest. And sure, Young Justice is more mature than Teen Titans, but whatever! We have enough dark superhero stuff out there. What's wrong with a little lighthearted fun? And besides, Teen Titans gets plenty dark too. There's Haunted, where Robin gets PTSD from his battles with Slade and hallucinates Slade beating him up like in Fight Club when Edward Norton punches himself with the face in the parking lot when he's fighting Tyler. That's dark as hell! Then there's the whole Trigon storyline with Raven's dad, which is a whole other dark and gritty can of worms. This show has fun and adventure, but it's also dramatic and serious when it needs to be. Superheroes really can have it all.
Characters!
The characters on Young Justice are executed so well. Like I mentioned earlier, Robin, Aqualad, Superboy, Miss Martian, Artemis, and Kid Flash were the foundation of the team in Young Justice. Every hero on the team had his or her own backstory and issues, like Superboy being a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor and trying to carve out his place in the world. A world where Boy Scout McGee Superman was like, I'm not ready to be a dad. Well, too damn bad, Kal-El. Man up, Clark, you Kryptonian deadbeat. You and Lex made a baby. You knew this would happen with all that messing around. Don't be coy. You be accountable.
Jesus, Chris.
I'm sorry, Superman is just the worst for so long in this show. Moving on. Miss Martian is hiding her true white Martian appearance and has created her whole persona around an old sitcom. Artemis doesn't want the team to know that she's the spawn of villains. And like, a super lame villain. Sportsmaster? Ugh, grow up and join a real gang, you baby. Aqualad constantly feels the need to prove himself since he's Black Manta's son and he's the mentee of a mother-fudging king. Those are big fins to fill. Plus, we get some real good dick. Dick Grayson is dope on Young Justice. We get to appreciate him as a smart-mouthed, cool ward used to having to go alone and make split decisions with himself in mind, to a leader and a mentor. Roy Harper's story is hella crazy and interesting. Impulse is executed in a way that's like totally Crash, man. I love this show. It is so good.
As I mentioned earlier, the best part about Teen Titans is that they actually spend a ton of time on character development as you get to know Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Cyborg over the course of each individual hero's arc. For starters, Teen Titans' version of Dick Grayson is arguably the best animated depiction of the character. Sure, his Young Justice version might be just as cool on paper, but with the myriad of sidekicks on that show, he hardly has any space to shine. In Teen Titans, Robin gets a whole 2-season arc dedicated to his relationship to, and rivalry with, Slade. He straddles the line between hero and anti-hero as Slade's apprentice, and it's a lot more compelling than Superboy's moody, "You don't understand me, Dad" story arc. Also, Beast Boy and Cyborg's friendship is the definition of bromance. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. That's what I thought, bitch. What's Young Justice have on that? Impulse and Blue Beetle? Miss me with that season 2 late to the party bullshit. Beast Boy and Cyborg have been homies since day one. Then there's Starfire, who's an actually funny version of Miss Martian. My girl Star's limited grasp on the English language never fails to bring the laughs. She speaks like you, Chris, and that's not an insult, it's adorable! Plus, Insta Whitney points, she has a baby pug, and by pug I mean cute little baby bumgorf named Silky, and he's sweet and he's perfect. That leaves Raven, a goddamn goth girl icon. That bodysuit and that cape with those legs, now that's a cosplay I can get behind. Add that to the fact that she low-key struggles with having Satan as her father and all the emotional baggage that comes with that, and you've got the best cartoon comic character of all time. The closest thing Young Justice has to that is Artemis and her dad, whose thing is like, what, football? Rugby? Ooh, I'm so scared. Really, the primary Young Justice cast is just a poor ripoff of the Titans. They even steal the plucky comic relief character shipping with the brooding gal with daddy issues. Best thing you got is Aqualad, and he's a mishmash of Robin and Cyborg.
I think we can agree on one thing.
What's that?
That both of these are better than whatever the live-action Titan show is dishing out.
Yeah, that looks pee-bad.
Yeah, why isn't Beast Boy green?
Oh my god, do you agree with us on something?
I know, usually all your taste is in your mouth.
Hey!
Back to the battle at hand! Who do you choose? Click the icon in the right corner to cast your vote. Is it Team Teen Titans or Team Young Justice? Is Whitney right? Is Chris wrong?
Wait, why are the only options for me being wrong?
Don't question the polls, Chris! Vote now to seal their fate. Loser has to watch every interpretation of Bruce Wayne's parents dying on an infinite loop.
Martha!